Nudge Village comes to you today with a nudge story called The Dress Saga, a series of nudges with a few fudges. This is a story that took place over the last couple of years, and I wanted to share it with the villagers and others because it shows how it's important for us to give ideas to others and for others to share ideas with us, because in the end it can make a better product or service. For me, my issue or my need was to find a dress. Now, it was for a special occasion, and if you're looking at the video, you can see what special occasion it was for. And I was so proud because the first dress I found was on eBay for $40. Who finds a $40 wedding dress? I don't know anyone, but I found it, and I was so proud and happy. And at that point, I actually just knew that I needed a dress. I didn't have strong feelings about actually owning a dress. And so it fit my needs. I'm like, this is great, not too froofy, pretty basic, all that kind of stuff. Well, long story short, I gained some weight and my wedding date was put off a while. And so slowly but surely, I decided to donate that dress to Goodwill. And in that time, I decided maybe my taste had changed and maybe I did care a little more about the dress and wanted a nicer one. And so I did go online and I found what I thought was a beautiful dress that would be okay for me and flattering for me as well. And I ordered it. And it came in the mail and I did think it was beautiful. I really did. And when I put it on, it wasn't too bad. It actually was a little slimming. And nice, but there's a few things that made me uncomfortable. The sleeve length, and maybe it was a little froofy, poofy might be a better word. And unfortunately, when I put the veil on, it didn't look too great. One of my sisters came to visit around that time, and I tried on the dress to show it to her, and the look on her face said it all. It isn't you. That's why you're not comfortable in it, even though it's very pretty and everything, but it's not you. And that was something that I needed someone to tell me, because I knew something was off, but I didn't know what. And which then made me pause and say, okay, then what is me? Because I realized I didn't know what was me. Now, a lot of women know what their style is. I wasn't quite sure. But my sister said, maybe you need something that's more age appropriate because I am near 40. And kind of like that dress you wore at your friend's wedding. Well, I was a bridesmaid at a wedding, and I had a fitted shantung silk dress. And it was very comfortable and nice, except for the shirt. I didn't like the shirt. So I did order a suit, a wedding suit. The same skirt, but I got a different type of suit. Now, if you look at the photo, you're like, this is more mother of the bride than bride. And that's what I realized. The suit was slimming, it looked very classy, but it was just a little too businesslike. So I decided to go back to the internet to search for more. And I found that people that had some good feedback were about the dresses that were made overseas. And regardless of how you feel about the overseas market taking over the wedding dress industry, they do have some good products. And I decided to order a couple dresses, and they were a little ornate for me, but they were cheap, thank goodness, so I got to learn my lessons on some cheap things. However, they did fit well. Just the type of design and fabric and everything I had ordered in those particular instances weren't exactly to my liking, and so I realized I wasn't quite there yet. Well, I really had to figure out why I couldn't find a dress, and it really did come back to I didn't know what my style was. And so this is where I took time to brainstorm. Do I like satin or chiffon? Do I like it simple or beaded or short or long or puffy or straight? Did I need a bolero? Because I was talking to a friend who suggested a bolero may help my other dress fit me better. And it looked great with the bolero in many ways, but that didn't offset how the dress wasn't right. What length of sleeve should I have? What about an off-white option? There's a lot of different colors wedding dresses come in now. And so I looked at different things. And I started looking around. I thought, maybe I don't need a train. I do need to have sleeves, but I looked at this inspiration dress Yeah, it might be kind of nice with just simple, straight dress. Well, I went to a friend's wedding and I loved her dress. It's this straight chiffon with a little train. I thought, this is an inspiration dress for me. I do like having a little train. However, I live in a part of the country um, where in all the stores there are no sleeves on the dresses. And so I had been going online trying to find dresses with sleeves because I needed to have sleeves on my dress for religious and modesty reasons. And I realized from some promptings from another friend that I didn't need to look for dresses with sleeves. I needed to look for a dress I liked, and the right alterations person could create sleeves for the dress. And so I found one online that I thought I really liked the design. It was very straight, but yet it had a small train, and I ordered that dress. In the meantime, of course, I discovered overseas, so I had to order another dress from overseas now with this newfound information. Um, and I had them create a bolero for that dress. I also had them create another dress just for good measure because I thought, maybe I can get it in satin and maybe I could get one in chiffon and see how I like these. Well, as you know, along with this endeavor, you have to look for boleros that match the dresses. And so you're not just looking for a dress, but for a bolero that goes with the dress. I couldn't get any of them to look proper with the types of dresses I was buying. And so I found myself back at square one. This is the point where I finally sat down and said, okay, what are the elements of all of these dresses I'm getting that I like? And maybe I need to put them all into one dress. And in the meantime, another friend on Facebook nudged me by sharing photos of dresses with cool collars that other brides had. And I loved them. I thought they looked great. They were classy, but yet had this extra flair. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to take the one dress that I really love and I'm going to modify it. And I drew this picture that I have showing on the screen. And I sent the photo of the dress. I sent a photo of the kind of collar I wanted and the length of sleeves that I wanted. And I waited for it to come in the mail. And it came. And it was pretty nice. And I liked everything except the collar was a little too large and the sleeves just weren't the right length. And so I thought of some different ways to alter the dress now that I had one in hand that I liked 80%. And I went to the alterations lady and she gave me a nudge because I said, I think I want a shorter collar, maybe Chinese collar, maybe, something like it. And she said, why not? Let's try it. It's the same fabric as the current collar. Let's try it. And then my roommate gave me a nudge. And because I'm talking about sleeve lengths and thought maybe I should go longer, but not all the way long. And, maybe I should have a 3/4 length sleeve. And she said, go ahead. I think it's very flattering to have a 3/4 length sleeve and very elegant. And I need to do what makes me comfortable, not what, the magazines or anything shows that would be the proper fashion. So I incorporated the nudges. And the outcome is something that I loved. It was the dress for me. Nobody else has this dress. Maybe nobody else wants this dress. But this dress was the dress for me on my special day. And I was comfortable, I felt elegant, and it met my needs. And I say to people that I designed the dress, but so many different people influenced that outcome along the way. So there's a couple of lessons that I have here. First, be willing to share with people an idea that will help them with whatever they're doing with their product or service or personal well-being. It's not your business whether they incorporate it, but it's your business maybe to share in a kind, helpful, excited, loving way. Another is to be open to what people are telling you. Sometimes we might get defensive with some things, but I am realizing that if I just take a moment, think about what's being said, maybe write it down, come back to it later, that they may be leading me on a path that's more toward what I want than I currently know I want at that moment. I have had powerful experiences starting to share nudges with people and to receive those nudges from others. And even more importantly, is to share back to the people who gave those nudges along the way, to tell them, hey, what you said or suggested really helped me. It influenced the outcome. And that gives them confidence to continue sharing. And the friendship or relationship that you have grows because you realize you are helping and sharing with each other along the way. I wanted to share this dress saga with you, and hopefully there's a few lessons in this story. Thanks for listening, and visit our site at nudgevillage.com or leave a comment on this post. Thanks.